Okay, so let's get right into it. What if I told you there's a simple, pretty much effortless plan that can take you from the stress of living paycheck to paycheck all the way to, well, financial freedom? Today we're going to break down an automatic system based on the work of financial expert David Bach that's designed to do exactly that.
But first, let's get real for a second. If you're feeling any kind of financial anxiety, I want you to know you are so not alone. This number, it says it all. 7 out of every 10 Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Just think about that. On any given street with 10 houses, 7 of them are probably struggling with the exact same stress. It's a massive shared experience. But you know what? It does not have to be your future.
So why is this happening to so many of us? Well, we live in what David Bach calls the automatic economy. And when you think about it, it makes perfect sense. Your phone is basically a money magnet, right? Netflix, the gym, your vitamins, all those streaming services, they're all designed to just pull money from your account every single month on autopilot. They want to separate you from your wealth for a lifetime. But here's the secret. You can actually flip the script and use this exact same automatic system to build your own wealth instead. And this, right here, illustrates the core choice we all face. If you don't have a plan for your money, I can absolutely guarantee you dozens of companies do. They've spent billions of dollars figuring out how to get it from you. The no-plan plan means your money just comes in and goes right back out. But with a plan, an automatic one, you get to decide where your money goes first. So here's our game plan. We've talked about the trap of the automatic economy. Next up, we're going to cover the single most important principle to escape it. Then we'll set up a really simple 3-account system, we'll demystify investing, and we'll finish with the very first decision you can make today to start taking control. All right, now for the absolute game changer. This right here, this is the foundational idea that flips the entire financial script from being reactive to proactive. It's all about paying yourself first. So what in the world does that actually mean? It means for the first hour of your workday, the money you earn doesn't go to your landlord or the grocery store or Netflix. Nope, it goes straight to you, to your future self. It's paid before taxes, before bills, and before you even have a chance to miss it. Okay, so what does 1 hour a day actually look like as a number? It's about 12% of your gross income. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. 12%? Are you kidding me? I'm already stretched so thin. But just stick with me, because the way this works is what makes it totally possible. And here is the magic behind it all. When you contribute to a pre-tax retirement account like a 401k, that money isn't taxed. This means a 12% contribution doesn't actually reduce your take-home pay by 12%. It's way less, because you're legally skipping the tax man on that chunk of money. This is basically the government's way of encouraging you to save for your own future. Okay, so you're sold on the why. Now let's talk about the how. Where does all this automatically saved money actually go? It's not just one big pile. It's an organized 3-part system designed for your future, your emergencies, and yeah, your dreams. Here's the breakdown. First, your retirement account. That gets that 12 to 14% for your long-term freedom. Second, you've got a security account, and that gets 3 to 5%. This is your emergency fund, and I mean for a real emergency, not for a sale on a new couch. And third, the dream account. This is for the big stuff, a down payment, a huge trip, a new car. You fund it with a percentage that fits whatever your specific dream is. See? It's a plan for everything. Saving is step 1, for sure, but making that money grow, that's step 2. And listen, it does not have to be complicated. Forget trying to pick the next hot stock. We're going to look at a simple, done-for-you strategy that the vast majority of financially successful people actually use. The rules are super simple. Automate your investments into a simple, diversified fund. This could be a target date fund, which automatically adjusts its risk as you get older, or a broad index fund like VTI, which basically lets you own a tiny piece of thousands of US companies at once. The key is to set it and then leave it alone. The don'ts are just as important. Never, ever cash out your 401k when you change jobs. You lose a fortune in taxes and penalties and future growth. Don't chase those crazy meme stocks. And please, don't try to time the market. The people who do the best are the ones who just let the system do its work. Let's talk about the incredible power of leaving it alone. This is where the magic of compounded interest really kicks in. So I want you to take a guess. How much money invested every single day do you think you would need to end up with over $4.4 million in 40 years, assuming, an average stock market return? The answer is just $27.40 a day. That's it. That's maybe a food delivery order, a couple of fancy coffees. It's a stunning example of how small,
Consistent, automatic actions can build a truly incredible future. The question isn't really, can you afford to invest? It's more like, are you blowing that exact amount on stuff you won't even remember tomorrow?
Okay, so this all sounds great, but what if you're just totally overwhelmed by debt and you feel like you can't even start? Let's bring it all back to the very first decision you can make, right now, to begin taking back that control.
To get out of that nagging credit card debt, Box suggests a method called DOLP, which stands for Done on Last Payment. First, you list out all your debts. Then, and this is so important, you focus all your extra payments on the card with the smallest balance, not the highest interest rate. Why? Because you'll pay it off fast, you'll get that psychological win, and you'll build momentum. Once it's paid off, you take that entire payment amount and roll it onto the next smallest debt. It's like a snowball that just crushes your debt, one account at a time.
Ultimately, it all comes down to a mindset shift. You can stay in the let them story, blaming the economy, your past, your circumstances. That's a story where you're powerless. Or you can shift to let me. Let me make one small, automatic decision for myself. Let me set up that 1% contribution. Let me pay an extra $20 on that small credit card. It's all about taking back your power, one simple decision at a time.
So as we wrap this up, I'm just going to leave you with this one question. Forget everything else for a moment. What is the one single, automatic money decision you are going to make after this? Will you up your 401k by 1%? Will you automate a payment to your smallest debt? Will you finally open that IRA? The moment you make that first let me decision is the moment your financial life really begins to change.